In the Kelly File segment tonight, the return of Miss Megyn, who gave birth on September 25th to a baby boy. Little Edward Yates Brunt weighed in at 7 pounds 10 ounces. There he is, and has enjoyed Mom's attention ever since. But now Miss Megyn returns to the factory just in time to analyze the Navy SEAL controversy. Now, we set this up with the Is It Legal people, which she used to be a part of, you remember, and they both concur there's no corroborating evidence against the 3 SEALs who are being charged with punching a terrorist suspect, some guy they helped capture, a bad guy, in his stomach. Is that the way you see it?
Yeah, I think this is a ridiculous prosecution, and it's obviously overkill in the wake of Abu Ghraib. And I think that this Major General...
This is one of the SEALs. We don't have the pictures of the other 2 guys. Go ahead.
This Major General really, I mean, I understand his...
Who's the Major General?
His, Cleveland is his last name. I understand his need to enforce the rules and regulations, and that's to be applauded, but it doesn't have to go this far.
But there's no corroboration that it happened.
Listen, they have a third party, an independent Navy SEAL, who came forward and said, I saw something. So they have to follow up on that.
I didn't know. Now, the Is It Legal people didn't say that.
Well, that's my understanding from the reports that I read, is that that's how it happened. Some third party said,
so if there is a SEAL, another SEAL, who says these guys roughed him up, then they have to investigate.
And even if they don't, even if it's just this guy's word and he has some physical corroboration of his injuries, one person says he has a bloody lip, one person says he got punched in the
stomach.
But listen, obviously this Major General saw enough that he got concerned, Bill. I'm sure he's not prosecuting these guys just for the fun of it. The point is, even if it's true, okay, let's assume it's true, these guys punched this terrorist. It should have been handled with a slap on the wrist behind closed doors.
But here's the rub. They tried to do that, but the guys, according to, again, Wheel and Guilfoyle, the guy said, no, we don't want this in our jacket. We didn't do anything wrong, so we're not going to take the slap on the wrist.
That's what they're saying now, but it still could have been, but you're jumping ahead of it. It could have been handled with a closed door. You messed up. You need to apologize. You're going to get a letter censoring you, essentially.
Apparently they said no. The SEALs said no, we don't want the letter.
No, they would have taken that. No, that's not true. There was a situation, there was a question about whether they would have had to plead guilty to something which would have resulted in substantial penalties. They chose not to do that.
Right.
But this could have been handled in the discretion of the Major General or the top Navy officials.
So now where is it? Where is it right now?
Now they're facing court-martial. Now they're facing the loss of their careers, dishonorable discharge, you name it. They're being treated like criminals for what the prosecutors allege was one punch.
Where are these guys now? Do we know where they are?
I don't know where they're...
Okay, we can't figure out whether it's going to be adjudicated in Iraq or back here in the United States.
It should be a court-martial, so it
okay, but at the very worst, the guy was punched in the stomach.
Yes.
And you got 3 SEALs.
That's according to the prosecutor.
Right, and you got 3 SEAls who their whole career might be over.
Exactly right.
That's insane.
And let me just correct what I said, because I think actually what the third-party Navy SEAL said was that he looked in on the prisoner and didn't see an injury. So he's not.
So they don't have any
corroboration. He doesn't corroborate the victim.
Look, I'll tell you what. If they have no corroborating evidence, and I want you to follow this, I'm going to get in on this because that's not going to happen.
I'll make a prediction right now. This case is going away.
Okay, it better. All right, the judge in 2 judges in Washington State. They give this guy, this cop killer, here they are, $150,000. That's 15 cash. He makes it. He goes out. There he is, Clemens. He kills 4 police officers, and then the cops kill him a day later.
Right.
Is there any justification for the judge's low bail?
Yeah, there is. I have to say, I mean, I understand the outrage, but the villain here is the defendant, the decedent, Maurice Clemens. It is not the judges. Listen, these judges,
he had 8
McCarthy and
felonies pending against him and a child rape charge.
Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees, or at least did prior to this getting so much public attention, that the judge set an unusually high bail. It was $190,000. It was $190
That's
all
only
in.
19 cash.
Bill, the prosecutor argued for $200,000.
Here's what I do, Kelly.
The prosecutor argued for $200,000. That's what they got.
You tell me where I'm wrong. I'm the judge in this case. You know what I said? And he's charged with raping a 12-year-old. He's got 8 pending felonies and all the Arkansas beefs. He's got all that on his sheet.
Right.
$2 million bail.
No.
What do you mean no?
You go by
That's
what
$200,000.
Listen, I love that, I know you want to play God from the bench. That's not the way it works. You go by what the prosecutor recommends.
Why?
You rely
You're the judge.
on the prosecutor because the prosecutor knows the case better than you do.
No, I know the case. I'm looking at the sheet. I see what he's done. He's a career criminal. You're charged with raping a 12-year-old.
No, that's not the way it works. You go by what's pending.
Are you telling me I couldn't do that if I was a judge?
Well, it depends. It has to be reasonable bail. That could argue.
It's reasonable to me, and I think it's reasonable to everybody watching.
Oh, in retrospect.
No retrospect.
No,
he's got the sheet.
No.
It's a 12-year-old beef. beef.
You look at the other 12-year-old beefs that have been out there.
No, he raped the 12-year-old allegedly.
So you look at the other 12-year-old assault of a minor cases. You look at similar cases to see what's reasonable. This would have been off the charts. If you had done that, it would have been off the charts.
You think $15,000 cash bail is reasonable for 8 felonies pending and rape of a 12-year-old?
I'm telling you that the research in Washington State...
you think it's reasonable?
Yes, because I look at the other cases.
Whoa.
You don't get to make your own standard, Bill. That's what we criticize judges for doing.
Well, then the standard's got to change.
That's what we criticize judges for doing.
Standard's got to change.
Fine by me.
If you're charged with raping a 12-year-old, it's $1 million bail. And it's got to change. Well, that's a heinous, heinous crime.
What, do you want me to argue the opposite? I don't feel different.
I think those judges
but I'm telling you,
made an enormous
judges are not the villain.
and they won't explain it
You're
either.
too quick to
No,
villainize
I think I'm right.
the judges.
All right, we're going to hold Miss Megyn over and try to talk some sense into her. And then we're going to have legal implications of the Tiger Woods deal with Miss Kelly.